How are you guys doing? And today I'm going to show you the best solo queue defensive strategies on Oregon. This will be a series in which each video would entail one map where I go in detail about how to set up each site properly. So we're going to talk about from like loadouts to rotations and everything else that falls in between, and where to reinforce and where not to. So enough talking, and let's get straight into it.
When you're playing Oregon in the game, you're gonna be greeted with this screen over here. Now you're solo queue, so the chances of your team going kids and dorms is almost 100%. Like 99% of the time, they don't even care. They just click it. So personally, I would say the best site on this map, is kids and dorms. 100% kids and dorms are one of the more easier sites to defend because there is not like a lot of openings. So the best sites to go is kids and dorms, and after this you want to go meeting hall and kitchen. The reason I don't put laundry right after kids and dorms is because of how open laundry and supply room is. That because laundry and supply room, if you play there, it could go either way. Either defense or attack could win. It's a really 50-50 kind of site. So if you're not on comms, if you're not talking to each other, then laundry would be a little hard to defend. So it's recommended you can go kids or dorm. You can go kitchen, dining, or meeting hall and kitchen. You could choose either one. Kitchen is a bit super easy to defend, and you can choose which one you want to go with kitchen, either dining hall or meeting hall. But try not to go basement the second because the chances of you losing are pretty high. But yeah, let's go with kids and dorms first round. Now, when you're at the operator screen, it's all personal preference. I know you guys were probably thought I was gonna say like which operator to choose. I don't think like the operators that I like to play might not be the best for some other people. Everybody has different preferences and how they play. But what I would like to say is, if you're gonna solo queue and you want to be a team player, well, just talking about Warden mains. But if you want to be more team player and you want to be a good team player and make rotates and do well and as a team, I would recommend going someone who has a shotgun. Now that could be a primary shotgun or a secondary shotgun, because it's just good to make rotates, open holes when needed. So I want shotguns. You also want barbed wire or proximity. That's also really good. C4 is also really nice to maybe get a quick kills. Also, if let's say you don't want to go shotgun, you don't like shotgun, you're not a good shotgun player or whatever, try going with an impact at least. But take something which can make easy rotates, because your team's probably not going to make rotates. So let's go with an operator which can make easy rotates. Shotgun's easy to make rotates, but like if you don't want to play shotgun, impact is always an option to go. So personally, if I'm gonna be playing more as a team player, I'm going to choose mute with a shotgun and SMG. So I've told you the loadout that you guys want to choose is have a shotgun or any rotation, any kind of impacts that could make rotation holes, and have any kind of like second as a gadget you want to have a barbed wire, proximity, or nitro. Any of those three are super helpful for the team as a whole. There's other gadgets too which are super useful. So gadgets don't matter that much as long as they help the team in some sort of way. Now again, I know it's gonna be solo queue. That means people are gonna start reinforcing every single thing that they see. They might not know what kind of best strategies are. So this is where, if you have a mic, it'll be nice to let them know what you're trying to do. But if not, that's also fine. Do your best as you can. What I will tell you how to defend dorm and kids and having the best kind of strategy is first coming and reinforcing these two walls. It's necessary. I know this is super common, but you need to have seen a lot of people not do it. So you want to reinforce this, and over here, don't ever reinforce this wall. You want to open it up. Now it depends how much you want to open it up. I would recommend not open up the bottom too much. I made a mistake by opening up the bottom a little too much over here, but don't try to do that. Try to make it so like it's easy to just hop over it. Now you want to do that because if someone's over here, and again, if this was here, it'll be not be easy for them to look over it. So you want to keep it so that you don't break this bottom half of the wall. You want to break a little bit top half so you can just vault over it. That's all you really want to do with this. Okay. This way you can actually hold white stairs really easily. Don't reinforce this ever. It'll be easy for them to plant here if they somehow manage to open this wall. So don't do that. And yeah, that's what you want to do. Moving on, as I said, do reinforce these. All right. I'm not gonna do it because it's got time consuming. So I'm gonna just let you know, don't reinforce that. You want to make a rotate over here, reinforce this wall. This wall close because let's say if someone's behind the bomb holding the white stairs, and this wall's not reinforced or it's been open, like it's been, what do you call it, made a rotation over here. If someone's pushing through attic, they're gonna shoot the guy instantly and he's dead, so it's much better to reinforce this wall over here and open this one over here. So you want to just you can open it fully, this one, all the way to the bottom. Once this is opened, you have to reinforce this. This is opened, and once you come in attic, what you want to do is reinforce these two wall over here. People like pushing attic. Buck mainly pushes. I've seen people who play Buck want to push attic from big tower. Do the reinforce it so that they don't do it. And over here, there's two plays that you could do. You could either leave it open like this. Now, what I usually do is reinforce this wall over here and open a hole over here. Now, the reason is I can quick peek like this. Again, it's personal preference. You can reinforce either both, or you can reinforce one and make a hole over here. But if you do make a hole over here, make sure that someone's over here so that they don't just have a free soft wall to just come in through and control attic. You don't want to have that. All right, so make sure someone's over here holding attic, if you're gonna make a hole over here. Otherwise, reinforce both the walls. You don't want to deal with that stuff. Okay. All right. Now, moving on, what you want to do on this wall is reinforce this one, the close to the window one, and make a rotation hole right over here. Now, I say that because people love to come and plant over here. Let's say you reinforce this wall and they end up planting over here. They're just gonna stand outside and hold this rotation and hold that. Now, if the wall's open over here, if they plant over here, now there's so many ways you can diffuse. It's not gonna be easy for them to plant if there's like a rotation over here. So you want to reinforce this and open this up right over here. And this is how it's technically gonna look for an attacker. This is reinforced. There's a hole. If someone's attacking, pushing through armory, you can literally hold it all the way from there. So if you hold the angle from kids all the way into this door from that hole, that way if someone's trying to push through here, like if you come over here, see, you're holding all the way up into the army corridor, the main stairs. So if you see someone, that's where you kill them. So this is how it's actually going to look like with reinforced right here, reinforced right here with a little bit. This is personal preferences. Of course, it depends on you. If you want to, you can reinforce this wall, reinforce those walls, reinforce those walls, make a hole over here. Not that big. Don't do that. Reinforce this wall, make a hole over here. And what you also want to do is get rid of all the glass on the back of this. You want to do that because it makes it easy for you to hear if someone's repelling or if someone's right out the big window. Don't do this. I was too close to the barricade, so it ended up breaking the barricade quite a bit. But you want to get rid of the glass behind it. If you end up doing this, just put a new one. But do that so that way if someone's repelling, you'll know instantly that they're there. It's gonna be a no-brainer. Like that, you want to do something like that. Okay, you'll hear them repel and that'll be good. All right, so that's how it's gonna look like for second floor. Let's move on to the next one. On to kitchen, and I'm assuming this is the dining. Yeah, kitchen and dining. What you want to do over here is you want to reinforce these walls first too. Reinforce both of these walls because they can push through. You don't want to hold that. You don't want to hold it. Just reinforce these walls because if they push, they're gonna come straight into the meeting hall, and like it's easy for them if it's already reinforced. It's easy for them to come in if it's not reinforced or if there's a rotation hole. There's no rotation over here. Let's not make any holes over here. They both need to be reinforced. Okay. Over here, this wall needs to be reinforced. Once you reinforce that wall, what you want to do is reinforce this wall too, but open up a rotation right here. Now, people prefer rotations on different sides. Some might prefer rotation on that one and not on this side. The reason I prefer rotation on this is because the fact that that it's super hard for them to look through from their door. So if you see right now, they won't be able to see through the door. So let's say if they're standing right outside over here, they're not going to see the rotation. They're got if they didn't drone it out, which they should, but if and let's say they didn't drone it out, they don't even know there's a rotation over there. And let's say they look to the left to see if anybody's hiding in the corner, and if they do that and not look at the rotation, and you're right there, it's easy kill for you. So it's hard for you them to notice the rotation hole, which which is different over here because if the rotation is over here, they literally see it. They can easily see it, and it's easy to kind of get in and plant over here and hold it from here. So that is super possible. Don't want to do that, so that's why you reinforce this wall. You reinforce this wall. This whole wall over here is reinforced, but there's this hole over here for rotation. And the hard part is for them, if they click on plant over here, it's going to be hard for them. If someone's in kitchen, there's no way they should be able to plant over here. Like, someone, they should kill them. So it's better to have rotation over here. Next, what I do recommend, opening head holes over here. By head holes I mean holes which is not deep enough for you to walk through, but like high enough for you, or like enough for you to at least walk through. Okay, you don't want to open all the way bottom, so this way it's not too much open. It's not that open, all right? The reason I say that you want to open it up though is because you want to kind of be able to look at that door if and move out if let's say there's something on this door. Now I don't know what that something could be. If you have a castle, you can castle this door. I don't know why would you want to do that, but I recommend having just enough to for you to vault over it, and this way you can also look into this door over here if you want to, but it's recommended if you open like this much so you can vault over it at least. Moving on, over here what you want is, again, you want to open rotation right over here. Now, personal preference, you can open rotation on the other wall too, but the reason I want to open a rotation over here is, again, what is this? Okay, the reason I want to open rotation over here and not over here is just the fact that this one, if it's breached, it's easy for you them to look through all the way over here. So let's say usually what you're gonna do is reinforce these walls in the kitchen. But let's say they have termite. They open it up. Now if there's a rotation over here, they're gonna be able to see the door. I'll show you guys how that works. Yeah, there you go. If that's a rotation hole over there, let's say, and they open this, they're gonna be able to look all the way into the kitchen. They're holding the whole site. They have site unless you kill this guy. So you don't want to open a rotation over there, otherwise you're going to give them too much open area. This rotation just shows them this wall and nothing more than that. So that's why you want to reinforce this wall right over here. Open a rotation over here so you're able to hold shower. You don't want to give up shower because it's a really important spot. You reinforce both these walls. And yeah, if you want, you could barricade this. I don't recommend that much because you can kind of go out and swing them if someone's there. But yeah, you could do that if you want. Also, this should be a no-brainer, but these walls should also be reinforced because if they push through small tower, they'll be able to come through that easily if it's not reinforced. Now, this is how it's going to be looking like. So this is going to be reinforced. This is reinforced. This is reinforced. This is open. Don't open the whole wall up. You don't need that. Open it partially so that there's only this much space for you to walk through. This is open at the head level for you to vault over. This is open for you to go through. This is reinforced. I would recommend putting the final reinforcement because there's only one left right over here, because this way if someone's on that side, and you're holding this, let's say from here, they're not going to be able to wall bang you. So do that. There's no need to do this reinforcement. It's fine. You'll be fine without it. Reinforce these walls, and yeah, and reinforce this for sure this way. And if again, you can also do this if you want, but other than that, this is the best setup. Again, might not be the best solo queue setup. Again, I'm showing you the best setups in every single map. I know I mentioned it like as solo queue setup, but if you're able to pull this off with maybe, if you're solo queuing and with a mic or even with your friends, this is definitely the best setup in game. And yeah, you can all do this alone. I did this all alone and right now, so this is all possible alone. But again, the other players would also want to be reinforcing stuff and breaking open holes. But if you can get through and open holes before they reinforce it, it should be good. And this is really common, I would say. I've seen a lot of high level players do these kind of rotation holds, and also most if you're in a high level lobby or at least anything over plat, I would say, you'll see these kind of preparations. But yeah, let's get into the next one. Okay, so now we're playing meeting hall and kitchen. It's gonna be kind of similar to the last one that I just showed, but both these walls need to be reinforced. This one primarily because if they push through the garage and they open this wall, they're holding it in and they're gonna probably plant here. So it's better you reinforce both these walls. Also, what you want to do is reinforce these walls. I've seen some people make a rotate over here or like make a hole so that they can swing people who are over here. I don't see the point of it. The reason being is that you're also making it easier for them to just come in and hold an angle all the way from stairs. Like if the wall's open over here, they'll literally hold the tightest angle known to man, and they'll easily get kills. So I don't see the point of it. Just reinforce these walls, get rid of it. No need to make holes. You're just being insane. But what you don't want reinforced is this wall this time because you want to have a rotation to get through. Now, I don't recommend a hole over here. I recommend a hole all the way here. Now, it should be kind of obvious as to why, but I'll still explain because if someone's over here in lobby, and if the hole's over here, they'll get a lot more view than they will over here because this is just a wall. But if the hole's over here, they'll be able to see through a lot of the B side, and that's not that you don't want that. So you reinforce this one, but you open this up again. All right. So once you've opened this up, and you're in kitchen, technically you do the same thing. You reinforce this wall, and you open this wall up again. I don't know, I open it up too much. Don't open it this much as I just did. Don't make this hole right here, but open it up in the corner. Again, the reason being, you want to control the servers, or I call it servers, but security. Yeah, security. You want to control security, and that is because it's a really integral part of kitchen. If they take over security and they start to push, it's gonna be game over. You want to hold it because a lot of the people it's gonna start pushing from here. So it's easy if you make a rotate and you stay behind the wall until you hear someone come through and swing them. So make a hold over here. Reinforce this time. There's no need to open this up. We don't have the side over here. Reinforce this time. Barricade this if you like. Personal preference. I like to barricade this. I don't want to deal with this area. It's too much to deal with. And let's say even if they're on this side, what you can literally do is flank them. Literally, you can come around and flank them from here, or you can go even further and go all the way back. So yeah, that's why security is so OP. You need to hold security because security can literally help you flank people if you want, and they're gonna push security most of the time, so you don't want to be in that issue right there. So this is how it's gonna look like. Reinforced hole over here. The two reinforcement that you have, you can patch up this hatch over here. That'll be useful. And reinforced, this over here is the hole. You can, again, if you want, you can also hold this. But yeah, reinforced over here. This reinforced and the back wall reinforced. Perfect. You can patch up this hole too. So you have the last three reinforcements could be on the hatches. You can barricade this. I kind of don't recommend, but yeah, I don't recommend barricading it. Personal preference. But if you want to, it's not going to affect you that much. It might affect the roamers. So yeah, you don't want to do it because there might be roamers because you're patching up this wall anyways. You want to not, because I feel like a lot of the people are going to be in meeting hall, at least if you're solo queuing, not a lot to be in the kitchen. So it's not bad to patch this up. So yeah, let's move on to the left side. Now this side has a lot of different kind of setups that you could go with. This side is literally known for being so 50-50, and there's insane amount of setups that you can go with. But the one that I usually run is, again, make holes right here. This hole is not to jump through, so this is mainly just for you to actually look at stairs. You want to do this so you'll be able to see if someone's coming down the stairs. You want that. You make hole over there. Now this is where the issue comes in. Either you can make hole over here or here, preferably, and what I've seen a lot of the pros do is make a hole over here instead of here. I've seen a lot of people do a hole over here, but that's not. I feel like this hole is better, again, and pros are right in this too. It makes more sense because it's closer to the wall. It's easier to swing through, and it doesn't take a longer route for you to go. So yeah, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why pro do it. But I've started doing this too, and I feel like that's perfect. You make one over here, and I'm sure everybody knows that you need to make a rotation over here. It's just a no brainer. You don't have a choice. If you want, you can go fully down. If you don't, that's fine. And I would recommend running a Mira if you're gonna run over here. Like having someone run a Mira if you don't want to run Mira, but you can also run Mira. And that's when you reinforce this wall, and you make a hole on this side. And I hate these. This is why I hate the posters. But you want to make the hole and reinforce this so you can swing off this. You know, it's that's what you want to do technically. Moving on, the freezer wall. Now this is something that I've seen a lot of people debate about on what to do, reinforce it or not. What I have seen work the best is reinforcing one side. You reinforce one side, the other side you make footholds. You don't make a lot of like a big holes, but you just make like a tiny footholds. Now these might be a little too much, but the reason is you can kind of be in this corner. Let's say you have the rotation. You can look at their footholds. If you want to lay down, you can do that. If you want to sit up, do that. But I recommend reinforcing this wall and making footholds on this side. And when you come over here, again, you want to reinforce this side. You want to make a hole on this corner over here. Don't always reinforce this one. They always love to push this. Always reinforce this hatch over here. Now I'm gonna tell a hot take, and that is open this up. Now this I actually have not really seen a lot of people do it. It's more of my thing. I don't recommend. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's fine. You can reinforce both these walls if you want. That's totally fine. But do that and reinforce this wall. The reason being, um, I think if you have a mirror over here, or if you're just over here in general, or maybe you're here, and again you already have this, and now see everybody knows about this one. And if you shoot someone over here and he sees you but you miss, he's gonna know this is here. He might not have seen this, so he's gonna swing and he's gonna look over here, but you're already over here holding this angle. And if he swings and you get him, so it's just a personal preference. You can do this. You can always go behind the reinforcement over here, or you can run all the way back in and swing through here and hold this all the way. But I don't see a lot of people do it. But I feel like it is in ranked. It's gonna be super OP. Don't forget to reinforce the hatches. Again, I'm telling you that hatch and this hatch over here need to be reinforced. The barricading this wall is not bad. I'd recommend just do it. It'll just give you a sound cue if someone comes through here. So it's always nice to just barricade it. If it lets you know. Freezer wall. Oh, sorry, freezer door. Don't barricade it. It's fine. Let it be. But other than that, yeah, this is really it. These are the best solo queue map kind of setups. Now again, you can use this in a 2 stack, 3 stack, 4 stack, 5 stack. You can use it as you like, but I gave it in a way that one person can set the whole thing up. So you don't need like multiple people setting it up. If you're solo queue, you can still make a setup like this and still do really well. So again, it game is all about setups. If you don't make well setups in your prep phases and in defense, you the chances of losing the round is much higher. So I recommend making good setups and yeah, just doing well in general. So that was it for Oregon. Next time I'll be coming out with another map. So stay tuned for it because it's not gonna be that late. I'm just gonna do it soon enough. All right, see you guys later. Peace.